93 million children around the world do not go to school. Children fail to attend school for many reasons, such as cost, distance, or lack of facilities. Yet not all these reasons are obvious. Some remain unnoticed, silent, and ignored. This is the case with parasitic worm infections. For millions of children, these infections are impeding their education today and their development tomorrow. The problem of widespread worm infection has a simple and cost-effective solution. For less than 50 US cents per child per year, mass school-based deworming is a safe and highly effective intervention. In fact, it is the most cost-effective method of improving attendance and overall schooling. In Western Kenya, like much of the developing world, the prevalence of worm infection is very high. Because worm infections are so common, however, they are often not identified as a threat. In many of these areas, having worms is seen as merely a symptom of childhood. Despite their stealthy nature, worms do make a difference to children's lives. Not only do they damage their health, but they limit their access to education and thwart their overall development.
Worms gradually build up in your body. As they build up in your body, they're consuming nutrients that need to go to the human body. So people develop anemia over time. There can be malnutrition. So people, they just gradually feel weaker and weaker. So it's not one day to the next a dramatic change. But at the end of this, children are much more listless. They just don't have the energy that they would otherwise have.
Worms have not received the same level of global attention that malaria has, but they pose an equally serious threat to children in the developing world.
400 million school-age children have these worms. And it turns out these worms are actually incredibly cheap to treat.
Here is something that is simple, that is efficient, that can have an untold benefits on the education and health of tens of millions of children, and it is a disease with a known cure.
What change has occurred? What they say is, the kids are very vibrant, they are jumping, the appetite is good, and they can concentrate, and I want to believe those are very positive. You know, those are very, very positive things coming up, and therefore you find out that the demand for deworming is becoming greater and greater.